Hey guys, how have you all been? I feel a little bit weird doing a YouTube video again. It has been so long since I've done one of these. A lot has happened. I haven't watched my last video, to be honest. I can't remember when the last time I did one was. I'm thinking probably before we moved. But I'll give you guys a little recap, and then I'll put a timestamp in the description for what to skip to if you don't want to hear like what's been going on. So basically, we moved, well, back in June, we decided to move to Boise, Idaho. We already were living in Idaho, but my husband's good friend lived here and said that there was great work here that he could do, so we made the choice to move here. And basically our living arrangements when we got here weren't what we expected. I don't want to go too much into detail because there were other people involved, and I don't want to I don't know, this is like a public forum, so I don't want to get them involved. Not like they would like get in trouble or anything like that at all. It's just a lot, and so anyway, basically it just didn't work out, and we ended up moving a couple different times. Like, we had all our stuff in boxes, and we just moved them around from like place to place, storage to like storage places, and I hope these flowers aren't in the way because they're just like little fake sunflowers that I have on my kitchen table, but I thought they'd be cute. So anyway, it just didn't for like months. I would say August all the way through October, things just weren't good with our living situation. We felt very uncomfortable and unwelcome. And so anyway, we decided to move out, and that took a bit of time to find a place. And now we're living in an apartment above my boss. She owns the shop that I groom at. We're living above their house. They've got like a whole separate apartment above their home, so it's our own, and it's a separate space, and all of that good stuff. I'm really sorry if the camera is shaky. It's just attached to my table, and I'm trying not to lean on it, but it's kind of an awkward position, so if the camera shakes, I apologize. Yeah, so this is probably going to be a lengthy video. Grab yourself some coffee. I've got my coffee. I've also got Sierra Mist in these really cool skull mugs that they were selling at Walmart for Halloween. And you know that I had one, so I had to get like, this is just plain hollow, and then there's a matte black one, so obviously I had to have one of each. So now I've got like a little collection. So anyway, we finally are settled in for the most part. Yeah, we've got our home set up, and we've got our stuff, and Ellie has her little table and chairs. She's got, it's a one bedroom, so the three of us are in the same room together, which has been a challenge in and of itself. I'm still trying to figure out how to work through that, but it's been really nice, and we feel much better, and it's just a better place in general for us. So we can finally relax, and I can do my planning and my journaling. So I'm hoping to start filming a lot more videos for you guys. So right now what I'm gonna do is just show you what I'm doing, my planning system, my journaling system, the notebooks I'm using. It may be redundant because really I don't change how I plan hardly ever, if at all, but I have made some changes, I guess. So yeah, I guess we'll just get into it. So what I'm using right now is my Chic Sparrow Odessey, and like I said, I don't remember the last video that I showed you guys, but I did switch into a Speckled Fawns Rustic Dublin for a while, and then I bought this beautiful creme. It is really smooth actually, which is funny because usually creme is super wrinkly and then Darcy is very, very smooth, but somehow I ended up with a very wrinkly Darcy and a very smooth creme, so I just thought that was funny because I have a strange sense of humor, I guess. So I do know I've showed this before whenever I first got it, so it may be a lot different looking now. It's patinaed a lot and it's gotten wear, which you all know I am super happy with. So I'm using my Coplus, my brass pen still, which also is getting some aging. It's brass, so it patinas, not the same as leather, but it still has its own way of aging, which is like half the reason I use this pen. And then I've got, this is my favorite colored mild liner right now, besides my teal one. It's like this pink, it's like bright pink, but also kind of peachy at the same time. I don't know. I really like it, so those are my main two tools, I guess you could say, right now. Okay, so inside, I've got my Moleskine, and then since this is an Odessey, it comes with the secretarial pockets instead of the usual double pockets with the like third one, you know what I mean? So anyway, and here I just have like a bunch of sticky notes. I love these neon pink ones for some reason. I'm not a huge pink like or bright colors person, but lately I've just been loving like very muted soft colors with like one obnoxious color. So that color for me has been these pink sticky notes. Anyway, I have my washi card from Mini Planner Vibes. If you guys don't follow her on Instagram, you need to be, because she's amazing. She's such a like awesome business owner, and she's so empowering and just like a huge inspiration. So definitely check her out. Planning with Alo sent me these really cool, translucent sticky notes, which I really like. They're from Office Depot that she sent to me, and she sent me a bunch of other journaling stuff too, which is so sweet. I just love her. She's like one of my planner buddies. And then I've just got a couple of other things. I've got like an Art Journal Girl sticker. She doesn't sell them anymore. My Dwight poster, of course, has to be in here because he comes into every setup with me. I really need to get something to cover these, because every time I have a paper clip that holds him in, it rubs on my stickers, and it makes me really sad because I love these stickers. So I'm gonna have to make sure to keep something on here. Right now I have this sticky note because I'm looking up information about loans. My husband and I want to start a business, and I'm gonna do that. I want to do it. We're gonna do it. We need to just get it done. We know what we want to do, but it's just about getting there, and I am finally taking steps to do it. So I'm looking into loans, what we need to do to get our business started. So definitely working on that. My Moleskine is just their lined, make sure I'm in frame, their lined notebook. I know what you're thinking. Lined notebook? I crack myself up because I just have seen a lot of people, I don't know, it's just funny, like here and there people just rag on lined notebooks because like dot grade is the thing. So I just think it's funny because I have a lined notebook. But really it works amazing for like anything. And if I wanted to write in these boxes, I would already have lines pre-drawn for me instead of having to draw them. And I just make lists anyways, so why in the world have I not been using a lined notebook? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So I've been using this, and I love it. just like kind of with ballpoint pens. I used to love them, and then I got into the bullet journal community and I just stopped using them because gel pens are super popular. And now I'm like, why did I ever stop using ballpoint pens? I guess moral of the story is don't let trends influence you if you don't actually enjoy them. Don't do them just because that's what everyone's doing. Do what you like, no matter who's doing it or how many people are doing it. Just do you. So, anyway, I just do daily plans in here if you didn't notice. I'm just kind of flipping through. This is my favorite month, by the way. I believe this is Dina Wakley washi tape. Ugh, I love those colors. This is all Urban Journal Season ink with a little bit of Shameless stickers splash. Oh, and this is Shameless as well. This was October. Was it October? Maybe it was. Yeah, it was, right? I don't know. I didn't write the dates, of course. No, it was September. I was excited for Halloween, so. Anyway, yeah, so it's just the same, so I'm just gonna skip to the monthlies. This was my October monthly. Oh my gosh. All of this washi was from Michael's, and then I've got, the last few days, last week, whatever, and then this is November. This is green, which it bugs me that you can't really tell, but it is. And this is this week. Ellie, actually no, that's last week, just kidding. She had to be on antibiotics because she has the beginnings of an ear infection, and then I have this weird lung thing, so I'm on antibiotics too, but it's been really busy. The past few weeks honestly have been really busy. Oh, here's those clear sticky notes. If I could freaking get them up. Anyway, it doesn't smear, at least not with my ballpoint pen, which was a very nice surprise because I've used some that do smear. It drives me nuts. Yeah, so I've just got my pen loop clipped to my divider or my page marker, whatever. I've had this thing for a long time, since before I got back into Pocket, when I was using my Pocket rings, even before that when I was pregnant. Crazy. So that's all that's in there. It's just my dailies. I haven't used the whole thing. Oh, I do have a section for Ellie, but I decided to mark it off and then use the rest for dailies again because there's a lot of wasted space back here and I don't want to start a new notebook until this one's finished. So there's that. I made this dashboard myself with the Planner Society sequins that were in, this kit was a long time ago. I love this little sequin dashboard I made. Just a foxy dash with some paper and my little favorite house bear. These are clearly the prettiest field notes notebooks ever. Probably just for me on the same level as those floral ones that came out at, you probably know the ones I'm talking about. The black with the floral. They might have had different color ones. Anyway, these for me are on the same level of amazingness as those were. I just loved this National Park series, especially this one. This one is my favorite. Zion National Park. Pretty sure this is in Utah. And then this one, which one is this one? This one's Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I do have 2 out of 3 sets. I had to get the one that has Yellowstone in it because where I used to live is about an hour or 2 and we go to Yellowstone all the time, every single year. So anyways, I love these notebooks, needless to say. So this is my bills insert, and let me show you. I don't know, do I even care if you see our bill totals? I don't know. I don't think I care. I used to care, but now I don't. So, I don't know. Here you go. So this is my monthly spread. So I just draw it myself. I do the calendar here, which I clearly haven't filled in, except for paydays, which I will mark so I can see in whole what's due when in relation to the paydays. It just helps my brain to be able to decide what to pay for what payday, that kind of thing. And then I keep looking at the camera, so if I'm pausing, that's what I'm doing. I also have this little chart I made here to keep track of our other, like all of our bills, and then this helps me to see the amounts, everything that is in, and what I've actually paid. So once I've made my schedule for what I'm going to pay, I can, or while I'm making my schedule, I should say, I can decide what is getting paid on what paycheck. That way I can make sure I pay it before the due date, and I make sure that I spread out like the larger bills with the smaller bills, so that we're not paying like $500 one paycheck and then like $20 the next paycheck. Like, you know, otherwise we'd be super broke, and then we'd have a bunch of money and then we'd be super broke. So it's better to just even things out. So yeah, I've got that set up through December, and I'll probably do it for the rest of the year, next year, whatever I have available in here. Maybe I'll start a new notebook in case I can't go the whole year. I don't know, because I want to use this whole notebook, but at the same time, I also keep track of other things, so I need a little bit of extra room. We'll see. But yeah, right now I've got it set up through December. And then I had our care credit balance as we were paying that off, but we got that paid off, thank goodness. I've also got phone stuff, tool stuff, rent. Oh, my work savings that I need to be putting money into. Oh, this is to keep track of rent some more. And then this is like my payment schedule that I've been keeping. So basically I just go through the month, I use my monthly spread, and I look at this calendar here, and I see, you know, this is the schedule I was talking about. So how much things are, when they're due, and then I go through and I write, based on the paydays, what I'll be paying off each day or the next day once the check has cleared, basically. And that way I know exactly what's getting paid when, and I don't have to stress like going through it every payday, deciding on that day what to pay before we spend all the money on like a bunch of random crap, because we're not super great at restraint sometimes. So having this schedule already laid out of what I'll be paying with what paychecks really helps a ton. And that's about everything I've got in here, I think. So then I've got just another little bear in the back of that dashboard. This is another dashboard. This one is passport size. I like that layered thing. This is from Protect Your Peace, and this is my favorite sticker she's ever made. Top 5 favorite ever of all time. I don't know how to explain it, but I just love it. So that's here. And I've just got like some vintage paper of my skull paper back here. I really like this dashboard right now. So this is my notes notebook. So there's a lot of lists in here. I chose to use this field notes because I knew that it would be in my note planner for quite a long time, because it's just like I don't know, I've had a notes section in my planners for a really long time. So basically it's just lists of stuff that I know I want to keep for more than like a week, you know? So like my 2019 goals, when I first started my first notes, which I've transferred through each notebook to this one, which I will probably be using through the end of the year. So I'm excited to go through this and check off the things that I've actually done. Thyroid tips, I have hypothyroidism. Movies I want to buy because I always forget. Grooming tools that I need. Books to buy and books to read. So books to buy would be books that I've read that I like enough to actually keep for a long time. I do not want to keep buying books to read them and then deciding if I want to keep them. So I'm being more decisive, I guess, about which books I'm actually purchasing. And then I'm a writer on and off. I write books for my own personal enjoyment, I guess you could say. I do want to publish one someday, but I'm not anywhere near that right now. I keep not finishing stories. So anyway, that's what these pages are left for, plot structure, things like that. Home needs is just items that, as I'm going through and putting things away, organizational stuff that I want to get that will help us in our small space. This was Halloween planner stuff that I did want to buy, but then we didn't have very much money. So movies to watch, low waist swaps, and potters to buy from. There's actually some stuff that I can check off of this list or highlight. And then I do have my mountain mug from Beach Street Pottery. It's this beauty here, which I use all the time because it's massive and I drink a lot of coffee. So but I have a lot of other stuff on my list, and yeah, I don't know. I have even more than this that I want to purchase, but these were like the top ones that I could squeeze onto this page, basically. This is just general stuff I want to buy. I think there might be a couple of like planner things on here, but Montessori at home, still stuff that I want to do, but I have not purchased the books yet. Toys that you can make that are Montessori related. If you've never heard of Montessori, it's just a way of teaching your kids to be independent and a way for them to learn and grow. I don't really know how else to explain it, and I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that, so I highly recommend you look it up. Mortgage steps. These are notes I took when I met with a mortgage broker about steps that we need to take for ourselves in order to buy a home. Health stuff for when I went to the doctor, and she told me all the things that I need to be doing to help my thyroid recover, to help me figure out the reason why I have hypothyroidism, and then also to help it heal, basically. This is a list of stuff. I could really go into a lot. And we watched, I think it was Rotten on Netflix. So I've really been in this is going to be a soapbox moment, so just bear with me, I guess. But I've really been into low waist and being more conscious of what we are doing to the planet, I guess you could say. So I'm not an environmentalist by any means. I'm a Christian, so I believe God gave us animals and the earth for our own benefit. So we are more than welcome to use the resources that we have on the planet, like oil, gas, things like that. But at the same time, I'm also a strong believer that we need to be stewards, good stewards of what we've been given and the gift that is Earth for us. So I've really been getting into low waste and very conscious of where we purchase our items, what companies we're supporting, because really the only thing we can do is vote with our money. So anyways, I was doing all of this and wanting to make changes before we watched this documentary on Netflix, but me and my husband actually watched a documentary on Netflix called Rotten, I think, and it's a series. It's got like different episodes, and in one of the episodes they talked about Nestle as a company. I highly recommend you go watch it because Nestle is an awful company doing awful things to lots of people, Africans, South Americans. Like, they're a huge, massive international company, and we do not feel comfortable supporting them in any capacity. So I wrote a list of all of their products that they own, all the brands that they own, which includes stuff like Nesquik, Kit Kats, Toll House, Gerber, Pure Life, and many more. As you can see, Hot Pockets, Lane Cuisine, Stouffer's, like they own a lot of stuff. So we will no longer be purchasing any of their products, and these are other companies that I wanted to look up. I haven't done it yet. I've been super duper busy, but I want to look up and see how are they treating their employees, how are they treating the environment, just, you know, I don't know. Overall, are they being good stewards of the resources that we've been gifted? And decide whether or not we want to continue to support companies like that. So I'm not perfect by any means. Like, I still shop at Walmart, and it's been a real struggle for me because I don't really know where else to go to get products that's a decent price and convenience for me. Like, I could go to Trader Joe's, but that's about 40 minutes away from where I live. Besides the fact that it's a lot more expensive, and I don't know if we could afford to live that way. So it's really been hard finding a balance between my morals and beliefs and also like what we can actually afford to do. So if you've got any tips for me, comment below and help me out because I would love to hear them. And then I also started a list. This was one of the companies mentioned in the documentary, but of companies that I definitely want to contribute to, so I need to work more on this list as well. I've also got care packages that I want to send to people in the planning community, my buddies. I'm probably going to blur that out because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Just because I'm not sending a care package to certain people doesn't mean that I don't love them, if that makes any sense. Okay, so that's my notes insert. And then I've got, this is from Urban Journal Season Ink, and then one of my little bears I've had forever. And then the back of that dashboard, and then I've got my wallet in here. So I've been carrying my wallet in here with me for a few weeks, a week or two. I'm not sure exactly. But I decided to put it in here because I had a little bit of room. And I carry my planner and my wallet with me everywhere. So I was like getting tired of carrying both of those two bulky things. And instead I just put my my wallet in with my planner into like, you know, and it's like one medium-sized thing instead of two bulky things. So anyway, this is from Hunky Dory, and it's a custom insert that I had made. I am actually trying to sell it right now, so if you have any interest in this, go ahead and comment below or find me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram in the description. But I'm selling it because it is meant to be used in conjunction with a notebook, and I want one that's just meant to be like by itself. So if you want to, if you have any interest in this, let me know. But I'll go ahead and show you what it is. So it's got this really pretty pattern that is navy blue. It's got light pink and yellow, and then inside it's got this really pretty yellow. It has this slip pocket here, and then 6 card inserts, and then on the other side it has 6 inserts here, a slip pocket here, which I keep stamps in, and then a zipper. So it's actually a really nice insert, and it's made really well, and I actually like it a lot. It's exactly what I asked her for. But yeah, like I said, I just want something that's a little bit bigger, I guess, or like thicker, and I don't really use this insert anymore, so I want something that I don't have to have an insert with. So if that's something that you do or want, let me know. And then I've just got a couple of things back here. They're just random like deco things and stuff like that, nothing super special. My free Dobby sock, of course I have to have that with me. And that is pretty much my whole system. Sorry that video was so long. I feel really chatty since I haven't done a video in such a long time. Oh, and then this beauty. This is my journal. So this is a pen sleeve from Mother Me I Plans. I don't know if she does the jellies anymore, but she still makes these pen sleeves. She does Lisa Frank, she does Halloween stuff, all kinds of stuff. So I love this. And then I've just got my A6 Stalogy in here, which I'm still using as a journal, and maybe I'll do a flip through, but it's super personal in here. So if you want to see any pictures of spreads, you'll have to go onto my Instagram, at least for now, because I don't share videos a ton because, like I said, it's super personal. But I can blur out stuff on Instagram and post the pictures. So like I said, if you've got any interest in seeing any of my spreads that are in here, I should probably, I'm going to take pictures of the new ones that I've done, but I do have quite a few others posted on Instagram. So there you go. That is my whole system right now. That's everything I'm using. I hope that you guys liked this video and that it wasn't super boring, and I hope that I can do another one for you soon. The baby is waking up, so I have to get going, but I will talk to you guys later. Bye!